Question everything, for the truth should not be televised. And that's for sure. So with that, this is Aboriginal Negro alert, 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 alert. Because at the end of the day, this is highly serious when it comes to dealing with what Memphis, Tennessee is trying to do. The state of Tennessee is trying to pass a bill for teachers to be armed in school. For teachers to be armed in school for our protection? Well, let's look over our protection, because at the end of the day, from what the federal census of hate crimes in America, federal census for ethnic hate crimes in America states that we number 1 on the list, and they haven't given us a bill passed yet for protection against hate crimes in America. When it comes to how the police treat us, we are treated allegedly the worst in the country already. You can look up Undisputed and notice the words Undisputed on YouTube just to check out some of the videos that in the hundreds he have on how police treat us. So with that stated, and we already know as Aboriginal Negroes as a whole how we're treated by law enforcement. So now you're telling me they're going to deputize and arm the teachers where our babies are at? Our babies sitting in school with teachers who are armed. For whose protection? See, I'm telling you right now. If that bill go down and teachers become armed, you best believe it wouldn't be too long before you hear, I feared for my life. I felt threatened by a teacher. And guess what? One of the Aboriginal Negro babies is going to be deleted. Literally. Going to be one of the first things you hear before anything else, the moment that bill get passed. Why? Because we still dealing with the reality that we are the most hated in the country and can't get a bill passed for protection against hate crimes when it comes to us being black-faced and all the different things we've been through and still are going through here in America. See, I keep telling y'all, this is a reversal process of where we're coming from. That's what it is. This is what we're seeing. From Mississippi, talking about enacting Jim Crow laws all over again, to DeSantis down in Florida talking about they don't want to teach, Aboriginal Negro history. These are systematically being set up, moving back into society, pushing our people into corners, allowing millions of immigrants to come into our communities, where they get an economic floor and an economic backing and resources for themselves to be able to come up, money allocated and put it aside for them, but you as the citizens, as the Aboriginal Negroes of America, can't get none of that. Nothing is solely done for you and your communities, and thus your communities are called ghetto slums and hoods. But this is the reality. So now we're looking at teachers who are going to be armed in school with your babies on the statement that they're there to protect your babies. Really? You really think that? You really think that that's how it's going to go down? Well, this is a reality. They're already pushing this bill already. This is what they have on the table. And right now, you already don't have some say when it comes to the curriculum and the programming of what goes into the minds of your children already. You can't get what you really want taught to the children openly. It's a narrative that's controlled and manipulated by the system on what your children should know and learn. And here it is now, they're going to deputize and have armed teachers sitting around your babies. Wasn't it a lot of people armed sitting around us when we was on the plantations? And there's a lot of people around our brothers and our sisters right now from the school to prison pipeline sitting around right now with them, based off a lack of resources, based off a lack of economic growth, based off a lack of opportunity in our communities when it comes to us doing survival work and thus mass incarcerated to the fullest. Do y'all see these tricks and traps that they're putting our people in 100% in the name of helping? Well, be very aware of what's going on and know that this is not a help and this is not a solution to arming teachers for anything other than chaos, because that's all that brings. You can't bring weapons of mass destruction to the school systems of where children are at and expect anything good to come out of it. That's just the reality to it. And we got to be aware of that and understand that as well and hold them accountable and push back on this bill with the statement that we will not allow children to be sitting around trying to get educated and trying to learn in the basis of armed teachers who don't know their history, don't understand their culture, don't understand their lively, don't understand their realities of where they're coming from. And boom, that just might scare a teacher enough to say that they felt threatened because they don't understand our children, because they're not coming from our culture, and thus causes the child to be deleted based off of that fear coming from another nation who's teaching our children in school who's armed. Well, you better be aware of this reality because it's a serious one. And in some form and fashion, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. But that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.